So while we're cooking, I wanted to talk a little bit about getting to know your pit. All pits cook differently. They have hot spots and cool spots. Getting to know your pit is going to help you get the best results that you can get. Some pits have tuning plates in the bottom that have gaps in between them. I don't like the pits that have tuning plates. You can get fat that drips through and then start a belly fire. Knowing your pit is, if you do get a belly fire, how to put it out, how to maintain your temperature to where the food that you've been working on for hours doesn't get ruined. You can still get a good result. If you get a belly fire, obviously you're going to see the temperature spike. You got to get it out right away. Also, if it's burning fat off the bottom of your cooker, it's going to put you'll smell it in the smoke. You'll get a strange smell in the smoke. So you want to get that fire out right away. Get back to your target cooking temperature and keep chugging along. Getting to know your smoker. Learn where the cool spots are and the hot spots. In my large trailer smoker, if you were to look at this being the pit, it's about 5 or 6 feet in length. So it's a reverse flow, just like this. So your temperature zones from 1 to 4, 1 being the hottest, would actually be 1, 2, right? 3, and then your coolest spot, believe it or not, is right down here by your firebox. So all this heat has to travel down and come back. So as you cook, you'll get to know that. You'll get to know how long the meat takes. If things are moving too slow, you'll change positions. You'll put it up here where it's warmer. If things are moving too fast, you'll put it down here. You'll make adjustments. Now, even on our turkey, we were moving right along. We were actually moving too fast. We're set for service around 5:30. So the temperature was rising too quickly in the breast. So I just choked the fire back, slowed it down, still monitoring the internal temperature, and I can get to that target temperature on time, not have the meat dry. And even if I finish early, that's another thing that you should get to know. If you finish early, you can put the finished food in a cooler, wrapped in a blanket, and it will keep it almost like a Cambro. Cambro is a thermal line container that caterers use to keep food hot or cold. So if you've reached your target temperature and your service time isn't for a half hour or an hour, you can put it in a cooler, wrap it in a blanket, and close the lid tight. Oh, that'll hold for hours. The guys that work with me can tell you, we put butts and brisket in a cooler wrapped in a blanket, and it'll be hours later. You'll pull it out, you'll burn your hands, open up the foil. I mean, it stays nice and hot. So those are all things that you should know. Gadgets are great. Love gadgets myself, but you don't need them all. Again, this is probably the most important thing to have. An instant read thermometer, a good one. ThermoWorks, excellent company. That's all they make is thermometers for different uses. That's who I trust. Gadgets like this are great. You don't have to monitor temperature. Of course, if it was a summer day, that's half the fun. You know, sitting out by your smoker, have a couple drinks, fiddle with the fire. It's all part of the fun of barbecue. So you don't want to take all that out of it. So just a couple things I wanted to go over. You can obviously buy whatever gadgets you want, fans, everything else, but learn your smoker without all that stuff. So if your batteries go dead or you have a problem with your fan, you can still cook and turn out a great product for those people that are expecting it from you. So thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you in a bit.